My wife actually found Marriage Helper, and she talked me into doing this, and I'm really grateful that she did. I am a very skeptical person about most things, and this really wowed me, especially because it's in a virtual format. I am a computer guy, but I do not like doing things on the computer. And I always think that virtual formats, the majority of the ones that I have seen, have been kind of shoddy. This one is very impressive. You guys kept it really well organized, and I really learned a lot about myself during this, and a lot about my wife too. And because of the knowledge that I've gotten, I always tell my children all the time that, to overcome fear, the best thing to do is learn about what you're afraid of. Knowledge. And I realized that a lot of the problems that my wife and I are having and have had is because I get fearful. And when we talked about the attachment styles, that's when I really realized that although I tested as secure, when her and I aren't doing so great, I'm fearful avoidant. And so because I learned something about myself and I learned something about my wife, I feel like I'm moving in a direction where I'm not so defensive and so fearful. And I think that her and I can overcome whatever obstacles that we have. And I'm very grateful to you guys for putting this together and doing that. Thank you.
I was very scared that my marriage was over. And there were several times where I wasn't sure if my husband was even going to make it to the workshop. But I feel like this workshop has given us both tools. It is a welcoming place, and it's given us a lot of hope for our marriage. So if you're on the fence, I would recommend that you give it a try, because it's been really meaningful, and I feel it gives us a very positive path forward.
I just want to personally say how grateful I was for this workshop. The entire thing was applicable. There wasn't any filler content in there, and just really encouraged to be around other people who are dealing with many of the same struggles. And Dr. Beam's story really resonated with me, and what he was able to him and his wife were able to come through, and just really encouraged, and would strongly recommend it to anybody.
I would definitely recommend this workshop to anybody struggling, especially anybody who's struggling and has been through counseling or any other thing that they tried before that wasn't as helpful as they would hope, because in this workshop you would get definite concrete information that are best practices to follow, which is really, really wonderful thing to have in your pocket. And it was really nice to meet Alice and hear her story. So that's it.
I would say the biggest thing about the Marriage Helper Workshop is providing hope, number one, providing support and seeing other couples are going through similar issues, and just kind of having that support system with everyone being open and honest and discussing things that are obviously very personal. And then the other piece of the puzzle is having a roadmap to success if you so choose, and obviously everyone's definition of success is different, but there's definitely a plan in place and a method to reconciling or to improving a marriage regardless of what stage you're at. So I think it's just been an awesome week, and it's amazing how much has been packed into 3 days.
Yeah, I learned a lot about me, about Jason, about our relationship, and I think it's gonna be eye-opener for many couples out there, and it's gonna be very helpful.
We wanted to share with whoever Thursday, before the conference started on Friday. Thursday, Tim was ready to move out, packed up, ready to go, and our pastor, who we both really respect and love, we talked to him, And he said, before you do anything, we'd really like you to go to this retreat. He and his wife had gone to the retreat, and even as a pastor, as by your testimony, Joe, pastors have issues too. And they had reached an impasse in their marriage, and so they went on the retreat. They were able to actually go to Nashville. Anyway, so they were highly recommending it, and I was on board with it. I felt like we needed to do something, and Tim was, I think, willing to do it. So we opted to come in, and I have to say that for me, it has made me realize a lot of stuff about myself. It's been a wonderful, wonderful growing process. And Tim talks about we both speak English, but we're speaking different languages, but we're learning. So this has been fabulous. It's really been helpful.
Yeah, this has been a really good experience. In our troubles, there are no other people involved. It's just us, and I think our principal issue is communication. Starting Friday, I thought, well, great, Dr. Joe's going to fix my wife, and then we'll have a much better relationship. And by Friday night, I was focusing on, I actually listed probably 8 things that I had been screwing up. And so my focus shifted from her over to me. And we don't speak a common language, and so for us, communication has been huge, which is odd because we're both retired military, and that language we spoke fine. We had no issues with that. But when we got home, it's like the language changed for me, from English to Russian, and for her from English to Chinese. And we'd stare at each other and like, did you not hear what I said? And she heard it, didn't understand it, and same for me. So for anybody out there that is really reluctant, particularly for the guys, this is amazing. You got to do it.